There are two ways we can express our arrogance. One is towards God, and the other is towards our brothers and sisters. This is particularly true for those of us who are overly confident of ourselves, of our talents, of our plannings. So much so we think that we are in control of our life, of the events around us, and of the situations in the world. No matter how powerful you may be, the truth is that we have no real control. We are also very subtle in the way we show our arrogance towards God. And this is particularly true for those of us who rely on our talents, on technology, on science. There are some people in the world today who think that science is the answer to every human problem, and that the intelligence of man can solve everything. And the truth is that God is in charge, not us. We cannot predict what will happen tomorrow. We can only ascertain, we can only calculate. But there are many events that happen in this life that are incalculable. For those of us who are overly confident of ourselves, we will be shocked. We will find surprises, unpleasant surprises. So we should never be too confident. That is why St. James says the most you can say, if it is the Lord's will, we shall still be alive to do this or that. A measure of humility is very important in the way we look at life. But of course, we also have to be very careful. Overly confidence can sometimes extend to our supposedly faith in God. There are some people who claim that they have so much faith in God, that God will always take care of them, and they become irresponsible in their life. They don't do any planning. So while we should have confidence in God, that kind of confidence that makes us irresponsible in working as hard as we could, using all the resources that we have, in cooperating with God's plan, would certainly be a big mistake when we don't use them well. So this kind of overconfidence in God is not really humility, it's another form of pride, or perhaps covered by laziness. There is another form of arrogance, and this arrogance is directed towards our brothers and sisters. Even the apostles took quite a long time for them to become more conscious of who they were. Even though they were supposedly disciples, their thinking was really worldly thinking. And Jesus was truly patient with them. Sometimes I think it is really a very sad world. Most of us in life, we were nobody. We were just ordinary or less than ordinary. But God has chosen us. But now that we have been chosen, now that we are successful, now that we are rich, influential, now that we are capable, we are holding high positions, we look down at people, we're impatient with them. We think so highly of ourselves. This is not the sign of a wise man. A wise man is always humble. In fact, so grateful, so humble that he has been chosen. Truly, a wise man is one who feels with people, especially for the ordinary people, never putting himself above others. In fact, he is one among them. And so, my dear brothers and sisters, today, let us learn this great lesson. If we are rich or talented, or we have been given special positions in life, we must be humble. Because it is not of the work we do, it is because of God's grace and His blessings that He wants to use us to bless others, to help others. not to control, not to put people down. And so pride, arrogance will destroy whatever talents that the Lord has given to us. Instead of putting them to good use, we destroy people around us. So we pray for humility, we pray for wisdom, and most of all, we pray that we be inclusive in the work we do, so that we can truly build unity and help people to encounter God's love in us.